Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to my channel, where we tune in, listen to spirit, and keep our hearts wide open. That is the goal, right? So I was sitting here and I got a vision. This is kind of like my temporary space, right? I'm still in Oregon. It's a little drizzly today, but anyways, I was sitting here and I got this vision of a kite, white with red stripes. Kind of reminded me of Knights Templar. I'm not sure if that's something else, but it had those colors, and it was up in the sky. And I just, I had grabbed my pen, I drew the kite, and sometimes I'll do like an automatic writing. Sometimes I'll do it after meditation where I'm in more of a trance state and some really cool stuff comes out, and I'm going to continue to do this. But this, I was just writing and I heard taking flight and then shifting perspectives. So with the kite, you're going to have a much higher perspective. If you are the kite, I guess from that, that's kind of what it's telling me. But then I heard acknowledge the wrath of the wrath. And I'm like, kind of like, excuse me, wrath? Did I hear that right? Right? And then it was only, I underlined and kind of kept a little space. Sometimes the way I write this tells me something. Only acknowledge the wrath. Don't react. Soar. So by not reacting to somebody's wrath, and wrath, of course, is like extreme anger and them literally trying to get back at you. The word's escaping me right now. The retaliation. Anger with retaliation. So I just thought maybe this is a message for somebody, and why not turn on the camera and do a reading. So let's just pull a tarot card around this energy, and let me shuffle one more time here. I did shuffle these before I turned it on, pondering whether to do this and what it could be about, trying to tune in. So, Spirit, what do we need to know around this energy of wrath, and what does the collective need to know about this? Who could this possibly be? That's maybe somebody watching this might know. A little more information on this would be wonderful. Temperance, yeah, self-control and balance. Seek balance. So learn temperance, because I'm just feeling somebody's coming at somebody with some wrath, and it says, it's a message to not react. So, yeah. Whoa, an animal just went by. Okay. No coincidences there. I'm going to go look what it is. I'll be right back. All right, it was a baby deer. It went right by the door, and it looked so little. I didn't even think it was a deer. Very youthful. Hi, sweetheart. Okay, I'm back. There's a little fawn, obviously. I'm going to share that. There's Sparty watching for it. Okay, so there's no coincidences. It came by the window, and this is an elevated building, so I didn't know what it was. It literally looked, I don't know if it was a possum or what, but it was a little fawn, as you've seen. I looked it up. Innocence, grace, new beginnings, gentleness, vulnerability. And I'm getting vulnerability is actually strength, and deep connection to nature. Okay, so embody those archetypes, that symbolism, when this situation occurs. Have grace, hold the faith that you're going to have a new beginning. Page of Swords. So the page is youthful. not as experienced, very curious, like the little fawn, right? Going out into a new world. The Page of Swords is also going to be curious, and it's the swords. Learning mental agility, quick-witted, being truthful, speaking out. Okay, so speaking out, it says, they told me don't react. Spirit said don't react. So you can respond, speak out, but emotionally don't be so charged up about it. Acknowledge the wrath. Only acknowledge it. Set your boundary. But don't fall into the trap of what somebody is trying to pull you down. They're just trying to take you down with them. That's kind of what I'm getting with this reading. King of Swords. Yeah. Somebody's going to come in with some guidance for you. And it could be spirit. It could be your guides, your higher self. But I feel like this is an actual friend or person that's going to come in with some guidance to help you through this. Use discernment, of course. You think things through from all perspectives, like the kite in the higher perspective. The King of Swords, super intelligent. He's a leader. So whether that's you learning and achieving this, I just feel like with the fawn, it's the, this reading is for somebody a little more vulnerable, going through something new, a new beginning, maybe leaving a relationship, taking flight, shifting perspectives. It could also be career, but you're in a new, you're about to embark on a new adventure, something new. And this is the 8 of Swords. Yeah. You've been trapped. You don't know where. It sounds so direct. You don't know. I don't like that language. The card is feeling trapped. You're restricted. You've got all these swords. You're overthinking. You don't know where it's going to go. But I feel somebody's going to come in with some guidance, whether it's somebody in the physical realm, somebody you know. There goes another animal. There's a dog, a different dog. I don't know whose dog it is. Can you see it running out there? He's off the leash. Okay, Sparty, I'm going to pause this. We've got animals galore. This is telling me to get your paws on the ground. Tune into nature here. Hold that thought. Okay. Okay, so I went out. There's this golden lab mix dog, an older dog. He had a harness on, tag, and everything, but he won't come to me. I didn't bring Spartacus out there. He wouldn't come to me, and he went walking back down. There's some lots, open lots here. And as I thought, okay, he's going the other way. I'm just going to go back in. I kid you not, this raven just comes speaking a different language I've never heard. It was like, wah, wah, and just hovered over my head. I was praying he didn't drop on me. And so I asked, what's the message? What does that mean? And I heard, be ready. So lots of interruptions. Exciting animals. We've got a fawn, a dog, and a raven. And Spartacus here. All right, 2 cards flipped out. So what is nature and spirit? Mama trying to show us. There's some mental overload. There's going to be a lot of incoming messages, fears, thoughts. And you need to just discern what messages are for you. Just like with this reading, you don't make it fit. You don't say, oh my God, and make something up. This is for confirmation for somebody. So spend some time alone, get your hooves, get your feet on the ground. I don't know why I said hooves, the deer, I guess. I'm I'm seeing a goat though as well. Take time out to focus and the answer will come. So I ran out for the dog. The dog would not come to me because I was almost chasing, right? Not chasing, I wanted to get him, but he had a harness. So anyways, he's probably just lives around here in the neighborhood. And you're at a crossroads. So we got the Two of Swords as well. Another card, another swords, which is air, speaking, and she's blindfolded and she's at a crossroads. Doesn't know where this is going. Okay. Any other information, Spirit, that the collective needs to know, either around the animals, the messages, the obstacles, what may be coming, just for preparation and empowerment? I feel so much energy after running around, stopping, pausing, all these pauses on this reading. I'll have to compile it together. I mean, that's a message in itself, right? Be ready, but rest, enjoy the pauses, the pause, the time to reflect. Don't react. And here I'm reacting to these animals. I got new beginnings in the card with the fawn and Ace of Wands. So that's fire, that's passion. Somebody new coming in possibly, or this could be your own wand, your magic wand. Queen of Wands, that's kind of confirmation. Are you the Queen of Wands? Doesn't matter the gender, but energetic, vivacious, yeah, courageous, yeah. So through this event, or what's taking place, know that you have the courage to overcome it. And we got the Three of Pentacles, apprenticeship. So with this King, yeah, I got the King of Swords coming in, apprenticeship, teamwork, learning. That kind of reflects that as well. So acknowledging the wrath. Six of Cups. Well, reach out to others with love and compassion. This has to do with childhood memories, nostalgia, things you carry within your heart space, memories and of kindness, family. Each cup holds something, right? So gratitude. Let that be the wind. I would say the wind in your sails, the wind that's going to push the kite coming from you, your own wind and force of magic. I just mean your ability to overcome and set your boundaries, acknowledge without reacting, but still responding with courage. And that dog taking off, he's off his leash. He has freedom. And Three of Cups, reunion, celebration, friendships. So beyond this event, beyond whatever this wrath is, what somebody is holding for you, I also got the 9 of Wands, drained of energy. You've got a battle, you know, of somebody's scheming. Somebody is scheming for retaliation. But you're going to overcome this. I mean, you've got the tools in your toolbox. Maybe there's somebody that's, like I'm literally seeing an old toolbox. Not even old, but it's wooden with tools, with a handle. And you've got a lot of tools and experience to be able to tackle. And it's not really counteract, because you're not going to act, you're not going to react. But the way you will respond and use this experience as wisdom moving forward with celebration I'm getting. Okay, now I'm seeing I'm like this, I get these visions. I'm seeing literally a beach ball, like a blow up beach ball, floating in the air, bouncing. So there's a lot of upliftment, lightness. There's a lot of lightness of what I keep seeing. I mean, I saw the tools, but like this kite is just soaring with the wind. It's just going with the flow. And you're having fun through it. You know that it's an experience. This is, you know, the beach ball has all these colors and it's spinning and it's innocence playing again. Okay, so I got the moon and the empress. So the moon is your intuition, right? You could also see through different illusions. You're going to see through the bullshit. I'm talking about visions and I get the moon. So if that beach ball or this kite means something to you, trust your intuition and your discernment and your feelings around what that could mean. I just heard the word buoyancy. You know, that's funny because when the raven came over, it sounded like he was saying buoy, buoy. I can't even do the sound. It sounded like buoy. And then I heard be ready. But I'm also feeling buoyancy. So buoyancy is you float, right? You float. You don't get tight and heavy and sink, and you just float like the beach ball. The Empress, fertility, creativity, beauty. You can do anything you want and be happy with the results. Let's get one more card. Let's do an emotional card around this, at least one. Actually, I'm hearing two. For the viewer, just some outcome and advice. Outcome and advice. Well, Spirit had 3 cards that popped out. Okay, so yeah. During this transformation, this is a transformation. This is an event that's occurring in your life. We didn't get a tower, but I'm feeling that something with this wrath is coming in, and this person is lost. This is not you. They're just lost, and they're not going to take you down. It's an emotion of losing your sense of direction. They're lost. They've lost all connection to what they believe in themselves even. They're leaving you feeling uncertain. Being lost reminds you that sometimes confusion is necessary, as it forces you to reassess yourself, reconnect with your inner guidance, and move towards what you truly desire. I always feel like I should read it because I could be off the mark, you know. I'm just going with what comes in. Lost also reminds me of the cards with the blindfolds. You're lost. You don't know where your next step is going, but you hold faith in your heart and feel joy. What brings you joy? Focus on that. It's the song of the soul. The perfect resonance with universal energy. When you feel joy, it means you are grateful for every moment of life. Embrace every moment and feel the lightness and happiness within. Okay, ambivalence also came out. Ambivalence is the inner tug of war between different choices, leaving you torn when making decisions. When you feel ambivalence, it reminds you to face your inner needs. Finding a balance, see, I saw the scales with this. Finding a balance will allow you to take the choice that aligns with your true self. All right, well, that's the message. I hope this helped. It feels a little open-ended, but I'm hoping something I either said struck a chord, or with the cards, maybe you've received something beyond what I expressed. And with nature and the animals showing up, this has been fun and very interesting. So thanks for watching, and if it resonates, give me a like and maybe a share if you feel called to. Thanks for watching. It's okay, sweetheart. Come here. It's okay, baby. All right, she's okay. Here's your flock. There you go. It's okay. She won't come to me, but she's safe. She's a free ranger. They're free range.